All right then. So it's going to be a bit more of a chilled out video. It's not just going to be a trade recap and market recap. Going to be discussing, you know, my portfolio updates, my psychology. I've just deposited a bit more money into my live account. So potential psychology stuff for sizing up, um, or just dealing with the increased amount of money per risk percentage. What I'm thinking about that. Longer term insights into the market. As you can see, you know, after the NVIDIA earnings, we witnessed the great bull trap of November 20th. Um, so if you recall back on my last video, where were we? Hold on a minute. Oh no. Where's all my drawings gone? I lost where I am. Yeah, so my last video, I took this long and closed it at break even just because I was anticipating a move up, possibly before a move down, to take these 4 hour relative equal lows on the NASDAQ. And as you can see, we've now swept that and swept this low here. On the daily chart, we're looking something a bit more like this. I'm going to remove some of these drawings off my chart, actually, now I'm thinking about it. We don't need all of this here. So yeah, actually, what we'll do is just just delete them one by one, I guess. But yeah, so what we saw on Friday, what we saw yesterday was the NVIDIA earnings came out. They were better than expected, and markets reacted positively to this, no doubt, as you would expect. And then pretty much we just saw a massive sweep, possibly on the Nasdaq. No, it's on the S&P. So we didn't even see a sweep really. We were just sort of continuing the downtrend. So if we go onto the 4 hour chart, that looks something a bit more like that now. And then yeah, just sold off just to take these lows. So it's one of those, like, there's still bearish sentiment in my mind at this point in time. So like, now that we've taken these lows and the low to the left of it, I'm considering maybe a bit more of a bullish bias, but obviously the market sentiment and the fundamentals at the moment are still fairly bearish. We've got these relative equal lows here that were taken. If we go on the weekly chart, I think I still have this monthly point of interest marked out from ages ago, which I wouldn't be surprised if price literally comes down here, taps it, and then straight bounce. Like you think about here, we got April, where we swept the August 2024 lows. Pardon me, I've got a frog in my throat. And then yeah, pretty much straight from these April lows, we just seen beast of a price action move all the way up. Inverse fair value gap created on the monthly chart is pretty strong incentive to buy now. Not right now, but then. So yeah, this level is definitely still a longer term point that I am looking at. Like we still got these lows down here. Like on the daily chart, there's not really a clear fair value gap or anything until all the way down here. You know what I mean? So these two levels, this candle here and this candle here, all the way from June, we keep keeping an eye on them basically. And yeah, obviously it'll take a while to get there. The price action in the last couple of days was just sort of a sign, there is still bearish sentiment no matter how well these AI earnings can do. I'm not saying I'm against the AI companies at all. I'm just simply observing what's been going on. But one thing that was nice to see was, even though my trade idea from Wednesday reached the London low, swept it, hit the fair value gap and then pushed up, and I closed at break even before this happened, I was able to identify that, the probability of my trade then going towards take profit after that had happened, um, was a lower probability move, and I made the correct decision to get out. Unfortunately, that meant sacrificing um, some profits down here, which I was thinking of taking them at the time, to be fair, but at the same point, I was also thinking, right, well, we've come this low. Why would I close now if my trade idea is still in play and there's not been much to show me otherwise that it's going the other way. Um, but yeah, anyway, bit of a tangent. So we came back up here. We just took all of these. There's a little fair value gap that had already been traded up or been wicked up into, but it's still a bit of a strange one. I think this was just the initial euphoria of the good earnings from NVIDIA, and then the rest of the market, everyone sort of like wants to take profits from that euphoria, and then you just see the drop from there. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those. It's one of those. So in terms of trades now, I was reviewing my monthly performance. So for this month, I think I'm up like 400 and something pounds. Let me have a look. So for the month, we're at 441.99 with a 5.9k balance. Um, so it's about 7-8% for the month. I don't really need to place another trade until something absolutely blindingly obvious comes up. Um, but even then, there is still opportunities that can be taken intraday. Um, so I'm just looking at this, like, I think it allows me to, for the month, well, the rest of the month, you see we're on the 21st today. So it allows me to sort of step back a little bit. Yesterday, I didn't even look at the markets when this was going on. I didn't even check the charts yesterday, just enjoyed my time off. Um, but today, we can have a proper look at it, what we've actually seen. I mean, it's just like, how many pips was that? That was what, 25,081, 24,466. So that's like 600, well, just under 600 points in 1 hour. You want to get caught in that? No thanks. That's what I would say. But in terms of what do we actually get? Let's have a look at yesterday's AM session. So in a 5 minute, we take London highs. It just seems a bit choppy. Displace down, manipulate back up, sweep that internal high, and then we just sold off. So, like, is there an opportunity to go short here? Possibly this wick, if you're feeling it, but price doesn't really. Maybe on the 1 minute, if you're properly dialed in. Where are we? I've just gone on the 1 minute. I'm lost. Where are we? Yeah, right. So I'm gonna zoom in here. Like I say, this is a bit of a longer video today. I'm just sort of taking a bit more chilled out approach to this. I'm not trying to rush through a trade or anything. I mean, this here on the 1 minute, you could take that. But unless you're dead set, like, this is a proper hindsight move. We could just say that. Put the stop above here, and then, like, if you're looking at this, yeah, and you're going, right, these relative equal lows are the target. 6.6 to 1 on the trade. Now, that is possible, but like the probabilities of that happening, you being correct on that, it would all depend on, how aware you are of the fundamentals of the market, and this is a note for myself as well, like how would I pick that up? Probably not. I was aware that these were the draw on liquidity, but for them to get taken in this fashion where we sweep, we don't even sweep, we just sort of trade up and then completely dump. Um, me personally, I didn't think that was going to happen. I wasn't sure I wasn't as confident that price would come down and take them. Once we saw this move up and the NVIDIA earnings green, positive, sorry. So yeah, I think it's just one of those to observe. It was um, quite a monumental day in the market, I'd say, considering all of this stuff going on about like the AI market boom and the bubble. There's a lot of FOMO at the moment. There's a lot of FUD, and you know, whether it happens in the meantime or further down the line where something pops and we just see a massive crash which could possibly happen in 2026, and then maybe crypto just booms from there. But I'm not trying to make that prediction right now. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think if anyone caught this move all the way down to the 4 hour lows, you'd be laughing. Like even on a 1% trade, 650 quid for 100 quid. Uh, Stop loss, double that, 190 for 1.3k. So yeah, let me just move this because I can't close my sell limit. Oh dear. How do I delete that? 1 second. There we go. Right. But yeah, in terms of today's trading, what are we looking at? Let's get into the news. It's currently 1:44 UK time, so we are coming up to the New York Open at the moment. Price has already seen some ways down. We've sort of accumulated, manipulate, trade back up, but I don't see price going to previous daily high today. I don't see it, so I'm not going to take a trade today. No matter whether my model is here or not, which at this point, no. About the S&P, broke down, respected the fair value gap, trade up. So I think there's a little bit of bullish action. I feel like maybe some of this imbalance here will get filled. I don't. I mean, I don't think that we would come up here today, considering what 6,575.90 and previous daily high 6,771. It's quite a big movement, especially on the Nasdaq as well. What we're looking at, current price 175, 25221. It's almost 1,000 points. So I don't anticipate the model to play out today. Friday as well. Thursday was the big move. We had the unemployment claims, I believe. Let's have a look. Just double check that. Yeah, so Thursday we had all the unemployment rates. Let me just refresh that actually. And unemployment claims down, non-farm employment change up, unemployment rate up 1%. And then today we got what? PMI. We've already had some stuff in the London session. So yeah, not anticipating taking a trade today. That's the main thing, and we can just sort of chill out. So goes back into what I'm saying. Today's just sort of a chill video, just watching the markets, seeing what's going on. I'm gonna head to the gym after this. Got my pre-workout, so it's one of those. Bitcoin is also absolutely shit in the bed at the moment. As you can see, we're on 84k. Like, what the fuck? 84k Bitcoin. would like to say pretty nice buying opportunity if you're keen on it, but it's one of those. It is one of those. Is there room for it to go lower if we just take off all the drawings here? We could be looking at around 40 something K. What was that? 35 on the inverse there. If it wants to go down that far, but like maybe down here, like 48, 48, 47. It all depends. Like, you never know with crypto. It could just completely fucking fall off the map, or you just get some crazy bounce back. But I think if you were to get in now, you'd probably be best off dollar cost averaging, just doing small increments. Because even like in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, price has been dropping pretty much consecutively bearish, and that's like the same for the last couple of weeks as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, price has just sort of been dropping. So yeah, one of those. Just be cautious in crypto at the moment. And Ethereum, what are we looking at here? Ethereum there's a possibility, if you can pick some Ethereum up around 2K, I'd say that's a pretty good buy. Simple as that, really. My neighbor is revving the shit out of their car outside at the moment. But yeah, it's one of them. Solana, yeah, I mean, I don't really know with this coin. I've been burned by it in 2021, 2022. Bought in around 130 and it dumped all the way to about 27, 20. Well, no, that's in pounds. So like, yeah, got absolutely rinsed, and then I bought back in a little bit later on. But yeah, I think that's gonna cover it mostly for me today. Are we seeing gold go up just quickly? Gold's sort of having a little scoop around at the moment. See what's going on. Could possibly see this increase again, depending on if this continues to go lower on the Nasdaq. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be it for me today. So kind of 2 days of 2 days of market recaps and analysis in one. And in terms of my psychology going forward, I just need to be a bit more cautious, maybe possibly drop the risk on my trades, just because I've added in another few £100, so that's going to affect how much I'm risking per 1%. Simple as that. Just be careful, don't get caught up in it. But I think for most part that's going to do it for today, and then we just have to see where we go from now. Ultimately we can just sort of enjoy the rest of the month if we need to. Don't need to trade again. A nice little balance building. Still on my way to breaking even, but nonetheless we have still survived this year on the live account, and we are coming towards December, so on track for reaching one of my targets. Whether we end the year green or not, I have no idea. I would like to hope so, but I'm not forcing anything. There's no point forcing it. It will just come over time. So yeah, all that being said, trade smart, trade safe, trade your plan, and don't take the piss, because you will get bummed in the markets if you're not careful. So that being said, in a bit.